and then it's time to evaluate that relationship. Like, I can't be my true self. I have to hide this part of me. I have to cover this part of me in order to make this person comfortable. No, in every existence or interaction you are in, you should be able to bring your fullest self to the table, and your beautiful, abundant, glamorous, flamboyant self to the table. But if you feel like you can't do that, then that's a red flag. And
it's different. See the shoes that I rock, it's different. Or the peas that I get is different. See the ladies that I'm with too different. Nowadays everything.
Hi everybody, how are you doing today? I don't know who this Yommie is, but she's phenomenal. Let's see if we can get a quick YouTube video done in between my meetings. So I'm Yommie, Yoms. People call me Alhaja Gold, people call me different things, but you can just call me Yommie, Yoms, anything you want to call me. Just spell my name right on the Cash App. Anyways, how are you doing today? I hope you're well. I hope you remember that you're loved, you're precious, and you deserve to be happy. So I think 2 days ago I started watching this series called The Maid on Netflix, and I actually watched it to the end. I was binge watching it, and it centered a lot around verbal and emotional abuse, and I was like, you know what, we need to talk about this. We need to have a conversation about this, because a lot of us can really identify physical abuse, because obviously there are scars, there are bruises. But what about this silent poison called verbal abuse? You know, let's talk about it to explore ways that if you're going through it, you can identify it, or you can help others going through it and support them through their healing journey. So I'm going to be talking about verbal abuse today. I'm taking notes on my phone so that I don't forget any of the crucial points. You guys know that when I want to have a serious conversation, I take notes, focused. So, you know, let's talk about the signs of verbal abuse. A few signs of verbal abuse include negative name calling, somebody calling you stupid, mad, crazy, or talking. No, that's verbal abuse. Nobody should disrespect you. And sometimes it's not even so overt. It's also in the form of backhanded compliments, like thank God, you know, like just saying derogatory things. Look at this one. Thank God you're now kini. You know, just, it's not really a compliment, but then you're a bit confused. Or they will put you down by saying critical, sarcastic words in a bid to gain a sense of power in the relationship. So anything you're trying to do, oh, I want to be a blogger, they'll be like, you want no. You know, like just putting you down and making you feel like your dreams are not valid. Another one is people raising their voice at you, and then you feel the need to walk on eggshells or censor yourself around them, like, let me not talk, let me not do this one, let me not do that one before they say I'm doing. That's like verbal and emotional abuse. Another one is victim blaming, like this person has done something wrong to you. I know you've done something wrong to me, but they will now twist the whole situation and say, oh, and like make you start feeling like the victim, and then like you're confused. They don't make you feel like the victim, you're the victim, but then they blame you in such a way that they start seeing you like the victim, and then you're like, what? Like maybe the person is like, you're very stupid and you will never do well in life, and you're like, why did you say that to me? They'll now start saying things like, did I say that to you? No, how will I say that to you? You know, you're getting it all wrong, and then you're just sitting there like confused, like, did this person say this to me or not? Another sign is dismissing your feelings and gaslighting you. Bro, this is the worst. Like, this is the worst, cause like you start feeling invalidated, nothing you say matters, and you're just, you know, there. And then they use manipulation or threats to intimidate you or feel very, very bad. That's also like a form of verbal abuse, like them saying, oh, if you leave me, I'm going to kill myself, or you cannot leave me, you don't have a life outside me, I own you, blah blah blah. And sometimes it's not that visible. The threats are not so obvious, they are very subtle, and like you're just sitting there sometimes like, is this happening, is this not happening, is this real, is this not real? And then what I would like to tell you is that verbal abuse does not only happen within romantic relationships, it happens in friendships, it happens within the family dynamic, and even though it doesn't leave a visible mark, you still suffer emotionally, and it's valid. Your suffering is valid, your pain is valid, and you deserve to be happy. And by showing yourself the care you show for others, you can start a life towards a rewarding future. And remember that you're loved and you deserve better than what you're currently going through. Now, I'm just going to talk about a few signs of, like, a few ways to know that you're going through verbal abuse. These include like developing low self-esteem, feeling like a different person, like you get so caught up in the relationship, and then trying to avoid upsetting your partner or your friend or your family, that you abandon who you really are in order to make them comfortable. And then you feel like you're walking on eggshells. So I mentioned this before, like when you cannot feel like you're living life to the fullest, and then it's time to evaluate that relationship. Like, I can't be my true self, I have to hide this part of me, I have to cover this part of me in order to make this person comfortable. No, in every existence or interaction you are in, you should be able to bring your fullest self to the table, and your beautiful, abundant, glamorous, flamboyant self to the table. But if you feel like you can't do that, then that's a red flag. And abuse is never justified. There are different ways to respond to verbal abuse. You can seek counseling with a relationship therapist, communicate with your abuser, which can be tricky and a slippery slope and requires a whole video on its own, but communicate with your abuser about their hurtful words and discuss that their behavior is unacceptable. Leave the marriage, the friendship or relationship, but ensure that you're safe, and seek out a shelter if you feel like you're in danger after, and like you're in protected custody where your well-being is ensured. Don't engage in conflict with the abuser. If they get angry, stay calm, walk away. Don't engage in violent conflict, and just believe in yourself. Remember that you're precious. The world is very lucky to have you. You're amazing, you're phenomenal, and the best is yet to come for you. If your instinct is telling you that this is an abusive situation or a potentially abusive situation, you're 95% correct, and you should really just remember that you're the prize in everything. You're worth it, you matter, you're special, you're amazing. And verbal abuse can happen to everybody, whether you're like in a heterosexual or non-heterosexual relationship, whether you're a lady, whether you're a guy, whether you're trans. It can really happen to anybody, and you deserve the best life has to offer. I love you, I wish you the best, and I hope life is kind to you. Have a good day. Bye.